So here we are at step 2 on making our walking man in Unity. We first made a character in Magic of Voxel, and that character is right over here. I called him Man01, and then I exported him as an OBJ into this folder over here, Man01. And in this folder, there are 3 files. Okay, now we're going to go to Mixamo. So open up your browser and type mixamo.com. And then you're taken to the site. Now Mixamo has characters and it has animations. And you here, this is what it looks like when you log in. And I'm logged in, I made an account. All you need is an email address and you could have a free account. So the first thing I want to do is upload my character that I made in Magic of Voxel. So I'm going to press this button here, upload character, and I see that it takes FBX, OBJ, and zip. If I just gave my OBJ file, then I wouldn't have any colors or materials. But if I zip these 3 files together and then put that here, it'll make the character with the colors as well. So I'm going to go over here into this folder. I'll select all 3, right click, and I have WinZip, but you could just compress it to one zip file. And there you go, I have the zip file of those 3. Now I'll take the zip file and I'll drag and drop it into the Mixamo upload a character panel. Okay, close that for a minute. And it's taking a second. It's going to bring up the character in Mixamo. And first you'll see the character come up and it's just going to be white, and then give it a chance and it'll load the colors. And here you just make sure everything looks right and you click next. And the first thing it wants from you is to know where all the joints are. So this is where I want the chin to be. These are the wrists. I'm just marking them. This I'm marking as the elbow, and you see I have the little indent in my model so that when the elbows bend, the model has it bends better. And here's the knee. Same thing, I marked a little bend point. And here's the center of his body. Okay, which I'll put like right there. All right, so that step's done, but there's a level of detail to the skeleton it's going to make for the model. So I don't have any fingers at all. So I'm going to pick the no fingers, and that's the level of detail I'm going to have, and then I'm going to say next. So now what Unity is doing is it's taking a look at the model and mathematically placing something called like bones in the model. And what the bones are what move when you apply an animation. But since the bones are inside the model, they'll make the model move. If you just want to think of it simply, you don't see the bones; they're just a mathematical thing. So this could take up to 2 minutes. I'm not sure how to determine what's going to make it take longer or slower, but just give it a chance. It says please wait. There. And it's on the next step here where, okay, it finished. See, so now that the Mixamo had put some bones in here, you could see it's like bending the model for a certain animation that it's applying to it right now, which is an idle animation of looking around. All right, so this whole thing is done. The auto rigger is complete. My model that was a T-pose, Mixamo now has with bones, and it could apply some animations to it. So first thing I want to do, now that I have the character model, is I just want to download them before I apply any animations. I want to download the model. So when I download it, there's formats. I want to pick FBX for Unity. And yes, I want to leave him in the T-pose. Okay, so I'll say download. And the folder I'm going to download it to right now is the same folder on my desktop that I made over here, desktop man01. And I'm just going to add the man01 FBX model in the T-pose there. And this model is just ready to pop into Unity and use. The only thing is there's no animations applied. Now, I'm going to find some animations, so I can either click here or here. I'm going to press the animations button, and I'm going to have to decide what kind of animations I want. So one animation that usually makes your model look alive when he's standing there is called the idle animation. So I typed in idle to search for idle animations. There's 507 results here that Mixamo has. And all I have to do is pick one. And on the side here, there's a little preview of the way they would look. So if I pick one, it applies it to my model right there for me to get a preview of it. So you see this one doesn't move that much, but there is an animation. As you can see, his head's moving a little bit. And I could do some settings here, like I think that's like the speed of it if I wanted to move a little faster. I could also space his arms apart a little further if I wanted to. There's little adjustments. Okay. And let's say that I don't want that one. Let me see if there's another one I like to choose over that. This one. This one. All right, let's just go with this one. So the same thing as when I downloaded the model. Here I'm going to download, and it's an animation, so it has a little bit more boxes here. And just make sure you picked FBX for Unity, and then you can say download. And I'm going to place it in the same folder, manual 1. This is where I'm placing all my data for my animated man. So this is the first animation, idle. I'm going to save it. And the second animation I want to have is one called walk. So I'm going to look up walk animations in here, and let's see what they got. This kind of looks like a monster walking. This kind of looks like a guy just walking. Now, since these animations are walking, they're like moving animations, you could choose to have the animation apply motion, or you could just click in place. And we're going to use in place because we're going to do the motion in Unity ourselves. We're not going to have the animation do the motion. So each time you choose one, you're going to have to press the in place key. And I'm just trying to find one I like. This one looks kind of nice. Maybe this one, head held high. Yeah, this looks like a cool, I'm just taking it easy walk. I'm going to use this for my walk animation. And I'll say download. Save. So now my character has a standing still animation and a walking animation. There's two different animations I have right now. So let's start off with that. We have two animations. In our next video, we're going to take these animations from our manual 1 folder and the models and everything, and we're going to put them in Unity, and we're going to have them walk around. Okay, so let's look to the next video for step 3.